Now you're kind of thinking to yourself, what are you gonna do in that spare time? Well, my friend, still got half a bottle of wine. Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of My Perfect Bite. I'm Micah from micasakitchen&bar, and today we're gonna be doing an all-time favorite. It's gonna be an oxtail stew. I know I've done this before on a small rice cooker, but today I want to show you a step-by-step process on the work and effort and love that goes into making this beautiful dish. We've got some onions, carrots, celery. I got some parsley stems that I found inside my fridge. A bit of tomato paste. I've got some smoked paprika, black pepper, a bit of oregano and rosemary, garlic, salt, pepper, a bit of pumice oil, a nice bottle of red wine, and of course the main star of the dish. These are oxtails that's been cut to about 3.5 inches. It's got a great thickness. It's got super marbling as well. The fat has been trimmed off and it is ready for the pot. So I pat dry all the oxtail already, and now it's time for a very light seasoning of just salt and pepper. I'm making this for a couple of friends I haven't seen from secondary school for quite some time. Just decided to do something nice for him because he's working super hard. Every now and then you do have to think of your friends, yeah? Now just a wee bit of pepper. Of course, freshly ground is pretty much the way to go. Temperature is actually quite low still. I think it might be quite a good time to add in the oxtail. So the seasoned side, it goes straight down. Salt. Let's start with the carrots. Yay size. Onions have been thoroughly washed. I'm just gonna cut them to fours. Celery as well. We're just gonna remove all that black stuff on top. We're just gonna roughly chop them up. Garlic, I'm gonna leave it whole in the skin. Got a beautiful color over here. And that's when you know it's time to flip. Time to turn on the fire. We have all been browned super nicely. All that is going to be captured into our sauce. It's going to be amazing. All the veg. Celery, parsley, garlic. Starting to smell super amazing. Alright, this has been roasting for a couple of minutes. And this is probably one of my favorite tools. It's a rolling pin. Now you want to go slightly gentle with this because I'm using a portable stove. I don't really want to break my stove as well. Time for the spices. These two, the rosemary and the pepper, are the largest, so I'm going to toast them in first. Now that your rosemary and pepper have been infused, oregano can go well in. Another burst of aromas coming from the oregano. Now, the paprika. But it's gonna be adding color, smoked aroma. It's in already. Switch off the fire. Tomato paste. You wanna roast the tomato paste together with everything. That tomato with that acidity has released a lot of that brown stuff at the bottom, leaving the pan super nice and clean. We're gonna let that sit for a couple more minutes while I get my wine uncorked. So I decided to give them quite a nice bottle of wine. Well, of course the wine is gonna go inside the food. Ta-da! Bottle of wine, I'd say about half. You know what? I like them, so a bit more. Then you sort of just want to boil that all the way down. So far, it's got a fantastic color. Mikey's quite happy with that. And I think my friends are gonna have a fantastic meal. Every now and then, just sort of give it a stir. In goes the water. Now, oxtail goes right in. Don't throw this out. Pour it back in. Just want to make sure that the tail is completely submerged. If it's not submerged, add a bit more water. That should be well and good. Not too much. And now we wait. Yeah! Now that the oxtail has gone for a little swim, it is honestly a low and slow game. I want to say 2.5 hours, 3 hours. Maybe I'll sleep.
3 hours later.
And I've got my rocket science testing pin over here, which is essentially just a simple needle. What you should be looking for is the needle going completely inside without any form of restriction whatsoever. The meat is super tender. What's gonna happen right now is I'm gonna allow this to rest for at least 6 to 12 hours. It's still gonna be super hot, but that allows the beef to relax and absorb all that luxurious goodness of the stock.
8:01 p.m.
And your oxtail is gonna look something like that. All the fat has risen to the top. We are now going to strain the sauce. Next step. That one's going in the fridge to solidify, and then from there we're going to sort of package or portion it. So this one is, oh whoops. Excuse me, Mr. Camera. I got this giant ladle over here. I am just going to carefully strain it. Make sure you get every single drop of it. I'm gonna put this in the fridge overnight, and I will get back to you tomorrow morning. Peace out, yo.
The next day.
After an evening inside the fridge, the fat would have solidified, and it would be super easy to remove the fat. Like so. That jelly stock is the base of our soup. So once you have removed majority of the fat, a little bit is perfectly fine, and it will sort of look like that. Absolutely no gelatin was added in this. From here, we're going to boil it, we're going to season it, and then after that we can start to eat. Sort of lower the fire and just weave it. All that funny stuff at the top, you skim. Throw. Pokey pokey. Not too soft that it falls off the bone, but still enough to hold its shape. Very nice. And there you have it. It is a 2-day process to make this super humble bowl of oxtail soup. My gosh. Oh my god. It just melts, man. This is delicious. Thank you very much for joining me on another episode of My Perfect Bite. I'm Micah from micasakitchen&bar, and this is my 2-day braised oxtail soup. Like and subscribe. Join me next week for a beautiful video. And you guys have a fantastic weekend ahead. Keep those masks on and remember social distancing. Cheers, guys.